Now going into game number 2's draft here between Army Geniuses and, of course, Execration. He'll make a run for it, but Vincenzo has Celestial Hammer back up in 1. Should be able to land it for the slow. Narman, another Impale in 6 seconds. We'll see how much time he can waste. Even Shanks has a cookie back up in 1 second. Does he throw it out, though? Vincenzo not nearby enough. And Narman, I think he's actually duked them out here, John, as he's going to turn around for the Impale. Oh, that's so dirty from Narman.
You can't really stop that, and you can't really stop DB from just getting so much damage out.
That's a lot of damage out from Tino's. The plasma field going to fly through, and Shanks now really going to cop it. He already committed his cookie, so he might just be gone. DB. Shanks is barely going to survive with some stick charges. Instead, Tino now going to cop quite a bit of harassment here from Varish and DB. Plasma field actually going to land as well, but the cookie can allow Tino the time to get away as Varish is still going with the dispose, but now DB, he can go for a link out. Tino, has he gone too far? I think he may have, John. He hasn't got the damage output, and now Shanks, he's been left behind. He'll find the Razor, but he gets taken down himself, and Varish will happily deny himself off. Narman looking for a nice impale here onto the Slark, but Palos, he'll pounce away, so instead they're forced to take Vincenzo. There's the Celestial Hammer available right now, trying to get to the high ground, but with the Spike Carapace, there is no running, and they're going to try. Bob does have coil up. Could lock him down if he really wants, but Wami is still very tanky. He'll tank through the coil snap, and now a 3-man impale. Wami's still going to drop, however. Yimba, he'll go for a fight back, but he hasn't got chains up right now. They'll land the cookie. Vincenzo's going to show up, but a very nice slide into a remnant, but he still gets hit. Very nice rotation, and Bob immediately handing out the tip. Execration done a very good job of getting through the storm of the laning phases. Mid lane, Varish going to try and move in onto Shanks, but they do take him out. Shanks going to go for a TP away, but the Impale is going to land, and Potta 2 will be able to take his kill.
Time to bottle refill onto Potta 2 with Varish spawning back in, and they could get aggressive here if Bob's not careful.
Impale's not going to land, but Varish, he's in with the dispose out. Bob in big trouble trying to run, but there's no way out of this. Mid lane. Bob is being targeted right now. Solar Guardian is going to be there into a Dream Coil, and well, Potta, he's gone, and so is Varish. Nice bait from Bob in the mid lane. Immediately punishing. Side of AG is now DB's in trouble. Completely out of mana. Wami, he is going to join in and try to help out as Palos maybe overextending himself, and looks like he might just drop. Cookie, it's going to land in time. DB is going to drop on Wami. He has no tree line to go to. Oh, Palos barely escaping. Still Wami. He'll fight back a little bit more, but it seems like Tino's waiting very patiently for another spear out.
So you've got one source of spell immunity already up. Yult's already up in Wami as well, although...
Can they actually take this man down? The Timber, he's still very tanky, though the Pounce really making it hard. And in fact, they do take him out. Narman could not get there in time. It's Palos now going to move right in onto the Nyx Assassin to find another. It's Bob actually getting taken down by Varish on the Marcy. This is a +5 Marcy we're looking at, but eventually Bob does orb his way out. They'll find a 3rd kill on the side of Execration. He has a refresh regen rune, but he's been taken out. Spear is going to land Tino. He might get taken down for this, but it's a very worthwhile trade for him. It's DB. He'll secure the kill on the Mars.
I mean, he's hitting that spike on Norman. I mean, with the blink, the Nyx can be a lot more aggressive down bot, though.
Yeah, they're going to try after the Timber Saw. Wami trying to tank through it. Palos going to move in onto Varish, but the dispose is there. Still Varish, has he gone too far? Impale does land. They've got Palos. That's a big one. Varish, he might eventually drop, but that's just the +5 Marcy. They will at least get the Dawnbreaker out, but Shanks, TP up in 1 second, just trying to be very patient with this as Shanks will go back down to the low ground, but Narman is right behind him, holding onto that Impale just in case the TP comes out. They will not waste the Impale until they know they've got the kill, and they'll take it.
Allowing AG to play up top, clearing out that top jungle, getting a little bit of pressure onto that tier 2 Wami, though.
Tino's in. Wami does get caught, but the Yule Scepter is going to be there in time. Still Execration diving in, but that's a lot of damage being dealt. Wami setting up perfectly as now they've got Vincenzo down. They're all trapped in their own arena right now as Bob, he drops. Tino's gone to boot. Palos, he's not getting it either. Oh, they dived the Timber. John, he got like a 3-4-man whirling death into a chains, into a chakram. And their HP pools, they just went minus 50%. There's Narman. It's a full team wipe. into that triangle. Instead, Wami will make his way over, and Execration really just don't want to deal with the Timber as mid lane. Palos being caught, and he's blown up. Down in the mid lane, Shanks has been spotted out here, and Narman, he'll make a jump in, actually landing the Impale into a Dispose, but no, Solar Guardian was there, it was cancelled though as Tino gonna move in now onto Varish. They at least want the Marcy, in fact they found both of them. Narman drops the boot, but DB, he's going right in, he wants the Mars at least, and he'll find the Mars it seems, as Tino cannot tank through. Oh, Bob, oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Wami just almost deleting the puck.
Gets his refresh out as well. No, Bob.
Going very deep. Chains are there. Remnants forward. Bob, he's still alive, but just barely. As they cookie him out, he'll draw it the other way. The juke's out from Bob, somehow making it away. The only one being Varish, but he's all the way in the mid lane. Not going to make it in time, so they'll go for a team fight. It seems as Tino is going to find Wami. He'll BKB up and try to go after DB, but DB, he'll get his BKB off in time as well. Tino is still going to be fine as Palos will make his jump in, but he's going to be very cautious here. Potter 2 will hold him down with the chains out, and the remnants of the Solar Guardian is going to make it out. Meanwhile, Tino still dropping 2 down low, but they get an arm at the least as the Mars is going to go down. Vincenzo, he won't make it out either. Chains is just there in time. So a 2-for-1 trade. It's still a very nice trade going the way of AG, but Wami now going to be jumped by Palos. They do have, well, they don't have Shadow Dance available, but Wami still dropping rather low. Should be able to chains away, but no, a nice Stream Coil. They'll hold him down. It seems like DB wants to keep this fight going, but he's dropping rather low. Varish, he went in, but he was kind of a bit too quick as Shanks might eventually drop and does. But in comes Palos once again, stealing all the stats away, taking down Potter 2 it seems, and now DB might be a bit of a sitting duck. He'll try for a BKB TP out in time. In fact, he found Bob! What? He found Bob with the Eye of the Storm. Has a Desolator up now, so a lot more damage coming up from the Ember as Shanks. Not quite the kill you'd want. In fact, he's going to blink away anyway. So is Palos with the chains. Oh, he made it just in time. Shanks, I think he kind of screwed up there, John. He led them right to the better target.
The wide AoE control of AG is always going to be great. Although, again, BKB's cut that off. Narman.
Nice attempt from Narman. Bob, still gonna... Oh, no, never mind. Chains are there. Lock him down. Take him out. Well, AG. Scarier for the side of Execration as they will find Narman. Coil committed. Narman has the Spike Carapace if need be. Also has the Yule Scepter, and that's a very nice Impale. Still, Wami is kind of alone in all this. They'll buy back on Narman and Execration. That'll be cute for them to back the hell out, but a great chains out. Potter landing on both. They'll find Shanks with the Snapfire. Tino, he'll be forced to BKB and run the old-fashioned way, but it's not looking too good for him. He's still being chased down, still trying to run, but can he make it out? It doesn't seem like it. Even Vincenzo going down on the Dawnbreaker. That's a 3-for-1.
Tier 3 into the racks. No Ags up on BB, so not like the ridiculous push, but they're going to find a full set for themselves despite that creep cutting from Bob. Nice advantage for Armgene's to have.
Not popping the BKB yet. He does still have that Aegis up, so they'll try to burst down the first life, but he's still a very tanky boy right now. He'll just stand his ground in the coil. Looks like he almost wants to go for a fight. He'll break the coil eventually. The orb, it will find that first life, but now Palos, he's been caught again and taken down by Narman. In they go. This is the team fight they wanted. Onto Tino. That'll be your Mars gone. They find Narman, but what does it matter? It's a 3-for-1 once again. They do commit the buyback on Shanks, but the Rax is already gone.
Even the Slark won't enjoy that. Gonna be a great pickup for a DB, and he already has it.
Bob. Move in onto the Ember now. Double damage rune is active, so Potter 2 is copying quite a bit of damage, but does BKB up in the end. No chains to lock anyone down, but in they go with the Dispose out. They found Bob on the puck into the side. The Vice, can he survive through it? The Solar Guardian, it's not going to be enough. Vincenzo, he'll be joining his fallen teammate. And I can probably say the same for Shanks here, John, as he does get chased down by DB, slowed up by the plasma field. At least the spear is there from Tino. Buyback's being committed. They want something for their trouble. DB, he's still finding kills while he's stunned up, but eventually they will find him. There's Wami, gonna BKB up, turn right back onto Palos, just man-fighting the Slark. Palos will pop the depth route, try to protect himself. Potter 2 will hold him back as they're thinking about going back onto Bob. Here comes Narman. Gets it off Wami. I think he's baiting here, John. Narman, he does get the Spy Carapace onto the puck. Palos pops his BKB onto Potter 2. He goes, but Potter is still fine as the puck. Also playing around, still chasing down Wami. As Narman chases him down, Bob still trying after this Timbersaw. Wami eventually going to drop as Potter. He'll go for a run. Meanwhile, Narman in a bit of trouble here. Potter in even more trouble as Bob eventually going to find the kill. And I think this Nyx Assassin is set to fall as Narman left alone. That's going to be a full team wipe the way of Execration.
They have to respect a Slark in a long fight. You know, he builds up the S and shift stacks. He just dances around. The pounces are annoying, although...
Suppose, can they get this side the Vice? They can.
Oh boy.
Solar Guardian, it's going to help out though. The Slark is not dying quite yet. The evasion really kicking in from Vincenzo. And Palos able to survive through this because of it. The immediate back off here, knowing the smoke is there, but Narman, Yule Scepter is out into the Impale, landing perfectly, but Bob, he has the Aeon Disc. Can he jaunt away? He can't for now, but the chase is on. Potter gonna chain him up. Tino, he'll try to save the day just in time as the Solar Guardian is out as well, but Potter still in the chase. He does eventually find Bob. They've got the puck down. Big issues here though, Narman looking for a few more pickoffs, does actually find Shanks with the Snapfire. And that should be another dieback, I believe, to come. So he's gone for 75, but in comes Palos, trying to get something for his trouble. Nice pushback from the Nyx Assassin, but eventually they'll find Narman. Palos, how much can you get done? Ooh. Stun him up once, stun him up a second time. Yule Scepter's there, but Potter is still fine as Palos. He can't get the job done. They just really want that high ground, and with the Desolator from Potter, it certainly helps out on the towers. Dino, jump in, catches nobody though. Palos, he'll jump in as well, but Potter, he's got the BKB up, so Palos is going to fight the old-fashioned way, but Potter, he's stuck around too long. He will eventually drop us now. They can go for a bit more here, Execration. They'll find Vrish as well. Nice sight, the Vice though onto the Slark with the Force Staff. Is going to save the day as DB. Still trying, blinks up, finds a Slark. That's going to be no buyback available on the Slark as Tino. He's got no buyback either. But AG, do they know? It's only gold that's missing here for Palos. Could be a very bad timing for Execration. They're going to be fighting right into it. Potter, he's going to bait for the team. Spear is going to be there, but immediately to jump in onto Tino. Refresh, another great spear out, another arena. Maybe Tino, he might have set up a great team fight. Or has he? He'll try to TP out with the BKB and barely makes it in time. As the buybacks were immediate from AG. But Execration, they back their way out. Though not Palos. Palos will keep going. On his own, he'll try to get this team fight going once again. So he will pop the Shadow Dance and run, but Wami is going to be right behind with the Chakram to slow him down. And now Narman going to block the way. Spy Carapace out into the side, the Vice Palos. He still doesn't have buyback.
Creep wave even closer to high ground. They might find some punishment on Bob, though.
Oh, he's been right in. DB, he's going to find it. Scythe the Vice, refresh into another Scythe if they want it. They just don't need it. Now have enough gold for buyback on the Slark. But it looks like, considering they have those tier 1 towers bot lane, they want to hold out. And Tino will make a jump in to slow everything down. Varish going to make the jump in as well. Onto Bob looking for a dieback, but there is the Aeon Disc being procced as now Tino. He's the target here of DB and Vincenzo. He came in with the Solar Guardian, but he might just die. Palos is still not buying back. He is holding out. But now Bob's been caught out.
Oh no.
At what point do you buy back? Alright.
He's just gonna spawn up now, Mike. We'll see if the two of them can get something done, but it's 2 against 5.
They're onto tier 4 towers, John. They know it's a 5v2. You save buyback, but how do you defend now? Well, Palos, he's gonna show us how in just a moment. He'll make the jump in. He'll try onto the Ember as Potter is getting rather low, but still continues to run away with the Sleight of Fist charges. Meanwhile, Palos already popping the Depth Shroud and the Shadow Dance, but has to back off as they've lost Shanks again. AG, I believe they've got this one in the bag now, John. Varish having a look around for a bit more. Palos, he'll move in onto the Marcy, but he is literally 1v5ing. There's just no way. AG, they would have to dive the fountain to lose this game. There is no way you lose. It's Palos. He knows. What are you meant to do? Varish, he'll dispose him back, and there you go. GG.
Yeah. Army Geniuses to get the work done. Again, this match,